Hey y'all, welcome back to Jaricka's channel. Wooty. Hey y'all, welcome back. So on today's video is gonna be a video that's kind of positive. Well, positive. If you're new here, hit that like button. If you're not new here, hit that subscribe button. And yeah, so this is gonna be a quick video, but it's later in the day, so I'm not trying to be too loud. So yeah, y'all, I'm coming with a story time. I'm coming with a check-in video, and also like go watch my last videos. It's like one is like self-worth, one is loyalty, one is like don't give in, and another one is, these is all the videos that I already made. You could go check it out. And another one is don't settle for less, so go check that out. So y'all, I just put in, nope, this still my old one. I gotta put in my new one, but I do got a new ball for my Medusa. Oh, I got problems on my face. But yeah, it is an arrow. But yeah, y'all, so just a quick video before I lay it down. This video is called When They Provoke You. Don't let them provoke you. So that's what it's called. Don't let them provoke you. So a lot of things that go on. A lot of things will go on that will make you feel like it'll make you like sad sometimes, like you got took outside of your element, and some things will make you feel bad about how things went. Some things will make you even mad because of how it ended, but what I'm trying to say, but yeah, so like what I was gonna say is, like, I got into an altercation at work where the manager had kind of yelled at me over something that I did, and I got kind of mad, like, don't yell at me, I'm not your kid, don't yell at me. And it's basically like, that's what happened to me at work like a couple of days ago, and I haven't been back because it was my off days, but I do go back tomorrow. But make the long story short, about the positive is I do got 2 job interviews that I got to get up for this week, and I don't know if they're going to say something to me about it, or if they're going to, I don't know if they're going to say something to me about it, or if they're going to write me up. Hopefully not fire me, but if they fire me, then I already got 2 jobs interviews, so it's not too bad. But it's the beginning of the month, rent coming up, or it's due, and it's just crazy. But it was just, it took me by a little surprise, because what happened is just like, it make you want to, like, provoke you. Like, provoke is when it makes you want to do something that like you don't want to do, or provoke, you will be like, I make you kind of like do the wrong, like, it could be the right thing, like if you're, I guess if you're joking, but provoke is more like when they is trying to like pressure you or agitate you to do something, or to take you out of your character. Yeah, so that's what provoke means. like like most people would say, to use it in the senses like, she provoked me to eat, or no, okay, that was like not as good, but she provoked me to drive into the driveway, or she provoked me to bust the bottle. You know what I mean? So basically it's like she did something to make that happen. Sorry, she did something to make that happen, to irritate me or make me mad, like, to do that. So when people provoke you, I guess the best thing to do is stay calm and just remember, where you're at. That's the number one. Because normally when you get provoked, it's mainly when you're angry or you're getting out of your character. And like for me, if I feel provoked, normally I can stay in my character, but it's like at this job, like specifically this job, and like my last job wasn't really like this, but this specific job, I just really feel like irritated. And it's like, it's not like regular irritation, it's more like, because it's like I work at a Rainbow, so it's like a fashion clothing store. And so when I first got there to where I work, it was all nice and cool. This is not a story time. I'm talking about provoke, just to let y'all know. But it was all nice and it was cool. I was there for like a month, and everything was going cool, and everything was just like pretty organized. People liked me. People was talking to me. Like managers. The manager was okay, and then we got an assistant manager like a month after I started, and she started. What I heard is when she first came there, she told me that she worked there for 3 weeks. So that was less than me. I had been working there a month, going on like a month, or like a month and 2 weeks, or a month and a week. But yeah, so she yelled at me over some petty stuff, like I felt like was so petty and just like uncalled for, like, because you shouldn't be talking to customers or co-workers like that, and it don't matter what it is, you shouldn't be talking to them any kind of way or yelling at them. And but yeah, so like provoke like it's not revoke, provoke, because you could get your license revoked, but provoke, yeah, provoke, it's like when they keep egging you on, like egging you to do this, like, okay, like, like do something that is either like, normally provoke is like kind of mean. So like I feel like just in life general, people will provoke you to make you feel like as if they got power over you. Like that's normally what provoke is like. They feel like that's what take you to provoke, because they feel like they got power over you. And when you do use provoke, power, like, because provoke is like they having the power to take you to the next level. You know what I mean? So, but not only that, it could be used in a good way, like, but I guess it's like sarcastically. If you using provoked in a good way, it'll be like sarcastically, like, like you'll be like, how to pole dance, and then they'll be like, don't provoke me. You know what I mean? So like, you know how the pole is, dance on the pole. And then they'll be like, like if they used to, or like, it's been years since they've been a pole dancer, they'll be like, they'll be like, don't provoke me. I can still, drop it like it's high, or I can still hit that spin, things like that. So, yeah. So, provoke could be that was in a sarcastic way, but other provoke, what I was talking about is like provoking me to want to quit, provoking me to want to walk out, but not only that, with provoking, that's not a word, like, that's kind of a word you use to yourself. You know what I mean? Like, this bitch provoking me. You know what I mean? Like, she gonna really make me get up and swing on her. You know what I mean? So, like, that's a provoke. My bad. But that's a provoke or whatever. And then like, like when you really irritated, or you like not spoiled, but spiteful or whatever, like spiteful, you will say like, you'll do some spiteful things and be like, she provoked me to do that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, cheat on somebody. Like, you did that spiteful thing, and now you wanna go and provoke the next person too. You know what I mean? Like, you could be spiteful and go provoke the next person. Like, it could be vice versa, where you're not the provoker. You is the person provoking. You know what I mean? So, and to be the person provoking, like, I guess it's basically when you like I don't want to say this, but when you provoking somebody, it's not really good. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that'll give the person the upper hand to pretty much take back their power, because I feel like when you provoking somebody, when you provoke, it's kind of like you teasing them in a way. You know what I mean? Like, you're kind of teasing them, like, and it's up to the other person if they want to go ahead with it. But I don't know. I just wanted to do a video on it, because like, I just feel like a lot of times, not a lot of times, but like, like, I don't have the strongest attitude problem, but I got like a little attitude, little sassy attitude, and so like, it's kind of like go from here to here really quick. So I feel like with my own self, I feel like people will provoke me to go from here to here really quick, and so that's why I wanted to do a video. If anybody provoke y'all to just go from here 0 to 100 real quick, just leave a message, leave a comment down below, and just put the fire emoji. You know what I mean? Because like, people is changing, like, the world is changing rapidly too, but it's like I feel like the world is changing rapidly, and it'll provoke you to do things that you don't normally do, whether that's positive or whether it's negative. And you just want to make sure that you just on the right path for it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, provoke is basically kind of like getting you out of your character, meaning, like, I'm all like, okay, like, say for instance, if you don't smoke cigarettes, like, you with somebody who don't smoke cigarettes, like, you'll be like, okay, I'm like this, I'm on break, and then somebody come out who smokes cigarettes, and you like, they like, here, you want to hit it, and you're like, no, I don't smoke cigarettes. And then they'll be like, you want to hit it? You sure you don't want to hit it? And, you be like, no, I don't. And then they be like, here, this is just a new flavor. Just take a puff. Okay, I might as well. You in my face. Well, that's if you leaning on it. It depends how strong you is, how not. But mainly when you hit provoke, it'll be a fight. It'll be a fight. And so it's like, okay, do you want to fight, basically? Or do you want me to go to the boss? Or do you want me to call the police or call somebody for you, like, you know what I mean? Or do you want to go take a break? You know what I mean? So, like, even, like, customers, because, I guess fights happen with younger people, but I'm older, so it's not like people just out here like, yeah, let's fight. You know what I mean? But it's like people will say things and do things and express things, and it will provoke you to clap back. You know what I mean? Like, it will provoke you to have a different view about it, like, and then it could be, like I said, good or positive. Positive or not positive. So, really, like, provoking get you nowhere. You know what I mean? Provoking can get your ass kicked. And it's not really good. Like, provoking you could get you pushed around. Provoking people could get you pushed around, like, because it's like you're teasing them. Like, like if somebody's trying to cheat on you or something, you will be like, some people will be like, you brought your friend around me, like, guessing, like, I don't know, but they'll be like, you brought your friend around me, you let her walk around like she was like that, and so basically you provoked me to sleep with her. We don't need that. No, we don't need that. But at the same sense, or whatever, at the same sense, at the same sense, it's like, you can only allow people to do only so much to you. You know what I mean? Like, people will only do what you allow them to do. And so when you let when you just let them keep pushing you over, it's like, you're provoking me, and I'm sitting here like really calm and really patient with you, but you're gonna make me really have to think about my next steps, about how I want to go through things. Like, do I want to sue you? Like, do I don't want to talk to you? You know what I mean? Or do I want to throw these paws on you? Or do I just don't give you the time of the day? And it's really crazy because it's really crazy because, like, oh, that scared me. It's really crazy because I'm not this type, but this happened to me before, where it was like, this is so off topic, but we finna get this on topic. So, like, cause it's not off topic, but it ties in together. So, like I said, at work, she was basically like, had an attitude, like I said, and we started a week or two apart from each other, but she was at a different store and I worked at this one. She transferred over to this one, and that's like, everything was good, the energy was good, and then she's the assistant manager, I'm just an employee, like a regular employee, and at first she was all okay, but you could tell, like, you could just tell that she had, like, she kind of like had an attitude, and she kind of like snappy, you know what I mean? And it's more like, it's more or less like, you know, you just started here. People been here before me who was already here. I got here before you. So nobody's telling you that you're doing your job wrong. Nobody's telling you that. But I'm just saying, like, it's just how things went about. Like, it's just like, it's like, mainly it was just what happened. But you could tell, like, you know, with females, it's just really catty. It's just really catty, and you could like have an attitude the whole day, and then when you walk up to the person you even got an attitude with, you will act like nothing wrong. You will act like, you know what I mean? So, you know, so that's why I'm saying, like, and then, you know, they act like they don't be provoking you, like, you know, like, sit up there and like just do weird shit. Like, it's hard to explain because you will know it. You will just know it. And like, when she first started there, everything was cool, and then after a while, it's like we just be arguing. And I know saying that, like, but you're not, like, in my case, I'm not the manager, so I shouldn't, or the assistant manager, whatever you want to call it. So I shouldn't be, you know, even, or she shouldn't be arguing with me. I shouldn't be arguing with her. But it's like, you, like, you know, okay, like, let's just break it down. So, like I said, she's the assistant manager or the manager, whatever you want to call it. Well, let's just say assistant. And then I'm a regular employee. Bow. Now, the thing about it is, you could tell by a person's personality if you like them or not. Bow. Woo. There you go. You know, like I said, you could tell when you look at somebody, or you could tell by the first couple of days you meeting them, do you like their personality? When I first met her, she kind of, like, I didn't know that she was the assistant manager, so she was like putting stuff up, and so I came through. She was like, "Oh, hi, I'm an assistant manager." Cool. Okay. So then, you know, I clocked in, and I'm like, you know, for me, I'm the type of person is I don't like everybody, but I like people. You know what I mean? I'm kind of like, I'm a kind, generous person. So, and you know, I'm okay. I'm alright. I'm not in love with certain people. I'm not in love with everybody. I'm just alright. You know, and so she kind of had a, like, you could kind of tell, like, she was okay, but you could kind of tell, like, it's a pull. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, you know, yeah. And so after that, cool. Last 2 weeks, arguments. So like I said, like, you know, because, like, people had got fired too. Like, it's a lot. People had got fired. You know, she was cutting people hours, and, like, you know, you could tell, like this is what I was going to say for myself. And this how it ties into it. Like, for me, like, I don't got trust issues, but, like, this is off topic. But, like, you could just tell, like, ganging. Well, it's not off topic because it still got something to do with provoke. But what I'm trying to say is, they're, like, how you know whether you like somebody or not, how you know if you're gonna get along with somebody or not. For me, how I tell is, you know, like this what happened to me before. I'd be cool, be real cool, boo, boo, cool, you know, cool, and then I can be cool with somebody else. I'm not gonna tell y'all the full story because it was so long ago and I just don't got time. I don't got time to go that far back. But it was alright. It wasn't like, you know, it wasn't like run up, get on up. If we beefing, I got you. If we beefing, I got you. You know what I mean? Alright. But yeah, so I had another group of friends and they was cool, and then I had another group of friends that was cool. And so I was cool with both of them, but they didn't like each other. So, you know, we don't mess with the middleman as much, and that's how I felt. But I hung out with the main one I hung out with was the main one I was cool with. The other one, I just hung out with them a class or two because we had the same class, whatever. So, you know, so that's how I was able to tell if I like who I liked it or not. Long story short, I ended up quit messing with both of them because, like I said, like, you know, one was mad because I was with them. The other one was mad that I wasn't, like, you know, one was mad because I was with them. The other one was mad I was with them. So basically, both of them kind of, like, you know, came to a conclusion. Well, if she, like, basically, I don't know. But crazy. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. So basically, boop, you move to work and it feels like the same thing. Like, we got all these different type of ladies from different backgrounds or different, like, places they live. We all stay in one state, different places we live, and we all got these different attitudes. And so you'll be cool, like, you know, like for today, ain't nobody, like, it depends on how your mood is for the day. So one day we all could be ha ha ha, and the next day two people got an attitude. One is on their job and then one is just, you know, on the phone or just helping customers. You know what I mean? So then, like, want to be super cool with the manager, you know, and the manager and her be like talking, and then, you know, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. So what I'm just trying to say is stay on your own stuff. Like, don't let nobody provoke you. But if you do let somebody provoke you, do it right. No, not saying no hurtful or harmful stuff. No, do it right. Like, if you gonna run up on that hoe, get that hoe. Because mainly, if you're using provoke, that means they wronged you. That means they, like, I'm not saying this is, let me show you an example of provoke. So, provoke. So, you don't just, this is, okay, so this is the difference. Provoking is like, oh yeah, you see her? She, okay, this is a long day at work or something, like, oh, them, she don't like customers that much. You see her in the morning, she was working with a customer, you was like, oh, she don't like customer that much. Telling the manager that. Okay, cool. You said that? I do like customers. What do you mean? Whatever you want to say. Okay, you leave. Oh, she always on her break. She always taking long breaks. Boom, that's the second time. Now this is her provoking you. Okay. Oh, she always on her phone. You know what I mean? She telling the manager this. Bow, you get fired. Now you want to run up on this hoe. First of all, First of all, don't what is you sitting here on my case for? And not only that, it's just so crazy with provoking. That's why I say you just pick and choose your battles, because like, you could think this person has been provoking you the whole time, but it could be somebody else provoking them to provoke you. So it's just really crazy. And it's like, yeah, you're gonna run up on her because she provoked you. You know what I mean? You're gonna run up on her because she just made you lose your job. You know what I mean? But at the same sense, you might not want to run up on her because you're gonna need another job after that. Bow. So I'm not saying I want to run up on anybody at my job. Let's just make that clear. Let's just boot. I'm giving you an example of what provoke mean or what provoke is. It's like when they keep tagging you on something, tagging you in something, and then all of a sudden something just grimy or just something just negative happen, and then you just be like, you've been sitting here like messing with me or picking with me the whole day, and then all of a sudden now this big catastrophe, like all of a sudden now my table fixture falls, or all of a sudden now my boyfriend leaves me. You know what I mean? But not only that, okay, this is the thing though. I had said it could be somebody provoking them. Most likely, let's just rewind this back. Most likely, it probably is them. Let me just say why. Because they probably been. You don't just wake up in the morning and just, oh, today is the day. Well, no, you do. Like, sometimes you just wake up in the morning and you be like, okay, today is the day. Because, let me tell you, this is true, because you'll wake up some days like, okay, today I'm not going to have an attitude while I'm at work. I'm going to focus more, and we're going to keep this positive attitude going. Boom. You woke up with a positive attitude. Yesterday, let's not even get into yes. And then the next day, you woke up, okay, I'm going to make today a lit day. We just going to, you know what I mean? You waking up to this, or you going through the day, and this is what you want to do. Like your hair. You don't, well, hair is different, though, But yeah, you know what I mean? So that person probably been gunning for you or been trying to get to you, and then something finally happened and they does. But this what I'm saying, like, people like will act like so innocent. You know what I mean? When they're provoking, like when they're trying to provoke you, they act so innocent, and they act like they'll really just act like you. They'll just act like you did something wrong to them. Really, like I said in my last videos, you do not owe nothing to nobody. If you ain't asked for no money or borrow no money, you don't owe nothing to nobody. Nobody is trying to, like, you know what I mean? Like, but and nowadays, like, I realized in work nowadays, that you really got to take your job serious more than you used to, because when you used to, only thing like you mainly had to do, from my point of view, is just you have to be on time and do your work. Now you gotta be on time, you gotta do your work, and you gotta actually be kind of satisfying. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be irritating, like always asking where something goes, or you know what I mean, just anything. But the craziest part about it is, like, you can be like that with the manager, cool with the manager, and then bow, here goes somebody else who probably cool with the manager, who you would like or wouldn't like, you know what I mean, come through and be like, like they'll be cool with the manager too. Oh, I just said too. But yeah, I'll be cool with the manager too, and you'll have to just like really do your job or whatever, and not let people provoke you. Like, at the end of the day, it's not like, at the end of the day, when you think about provoking, like, I'm just saying, you can let it go The only how you can't let it go is if somebody putting their hands on you or threatening you. You know what I mean? I just feel like if they putting their hands on you, or or they threaten you, if you can't get, if you can't do nothing about it but throw them hands, you can do that. But if you can just, like, walk away or call somebody, then just do that. But if but on a good note, if nobody is if they provoking you, you could just walk away. You don't got to get out your character or your element, because let me tell you, when this was going on, I was walking away, and the manager was still, the assistant manager or the manager, I don't want to say which one it is, was still trying to come at me, was really still trying to come at me. And it's like, I'm sitting here and I'm being nice, walking away, and not study trying to yell back at you, or not trying to get loud with you, because I wants to keep my job. But the way you're acting is like you wanted me to quit. Like, the way you're acting is you wanted me to just, not whatever the case may be. And it's just really crazy, and it's really like it's really dramatic, but it's okay. Like I said, you got here after me, and everything was cool, and now all of a sudden you're coming in with a different kind of attitude, which is great, which is fine. Positivity, always great. Like, this the craziest part, what I'm finna tell you. The whole day went good. The whole day, no complaints, no customer complaints, nothing like that. And then right at the end of the time, boom, got into it. It's just really crazy. It's just really ridiculous. And then I just, you could just tell, like I said, by the attitude, I'm just hoping that when I do go to work tomorrow, I don't got to do too much explaining, because like I said, at the end of the day, people was yelling at me, you know what I mean, and they just told me to leave. And like I said, I'm not finna sit up here and be treated like nobody child. I'm not finna sit here and be treated like I'm like not played employee, you know what I mean. I'm not finna sit here and act like, none of that, and so I just feel like, if people are provoking you, I just say, if it's at work, don't get out your character, speak your piece, or speak your part of how you feel, or, if they was wrong, speak up for yourself. But, speak up for yourself, but don't let them push you around. Don't let them, get you down. And like I said, these is the type of person, I promise you, y'all gotta be careful these days, because they'll sit there, I think I said this in my other video. You could be sitting there, when I kept saying leave the past in the past, this is the type of thing where you could be out of your past stuff and you into your good stuff, doing your job, getting your rent paid, having money, getting your hair done, whatever the case may be. And then it will be somebody who don't like you, who want to plot, and who want to feel like they're doing something. Who want to feel like they're doing something because you didn't react the way they wanted you to react. So, with that being said, what I just feel like is, don't let them provoke you. Don't let them take you out your element. Just don't let them do that. I say, go to your higher power, even to get resources, you know what I mean, or just the encouragement and motivation. Because like I said, when the stuff really happened, it just really made me want to be, not provoked. But I just feel like when I go to work tomorrow, if the same thing happens, then I'm gonna quit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna stay there because, like I said, I have a kind of attitude that I don't fuck with motherfuckers. Like, period. I just don't mess with motherfuckers. Like, I don't mess with people who will mess with me in the wrong way. I don't do that. I don't get paid for that. I'm not coming to work for no extra drama. I'm not. So I'm gonna just let y'all know tomorrow what happened. But like I said, people will sit there and think they, like I said, people will sit there and they'll act like they so much this and so much that. And then when you look at them and when you look at how they act and when you look at how just everything, like, not even you, this is the craziest part. You don't even got to see everything. Like people will sit there and think that, like, oh, she not living the way I'm living, so she not like me. Oh, shit, that scared me. She don't know. She don't know. You know what I mean? That was a net, y'all. Crazy. Or fruit fry, whatever. But, they'll sit there and act like you have to know their whole personal life for you to know if you like them or not. No, first of all, when I first met her, I'm not going to lie, I did wanted her to like me because, like, I didn't want to get thrown under the bus. People, like, okay, right now it's just the manager. Then it's like the assistant manager. So, people is wilding. You know what I mean? Is wilding is now that we got another head order person, they're gonna be, people gonna be coming late, people gonna, people ain't gonna show up, people gonna want extra hours, like all these different things. And then it's gonna be the manager, because like I said, the first thing that every manager or assistant manager, like the first thing that a manager, because I would say the same thing but not the same way or have the same reasoning to say it, but the first thing they'll say is like, oh, well, I'm the manager and what I say goes. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, it'll just really throw me off just because, you could just say that, because when you look at it real close, you can say you're the manager all you want, but we know there's definitely headquarters, there's extra bosses, and there's a bosses. So let's just not go to, because I'm the manager. No, like I said, you probably been working there longer and you probably is the manager, but it's a manager over you and there's probably a manager over him. And if it's not a manager over him and he got colleagues, but we'll do all that, we'll go. But yeah, so like I said, how I feel about it, like I feel like she kind of like when she yelled at me, she kind of provoked me to really want to say something back. But I'm not the type that want to fight. I'm not the type that want to even get yelled at. But let me tell you, this how I knew she yelled at me. Because everybody will sit there and say, oh, I didn't yell at you, because once they yell at you, you're gonna want to yell back, because now if y'all both yelling, neither one of y'all could hear each other. So, and if she study yelling, it ain't no way she could hear you. So what you gotta do, you gotta speak up. So now it seemed like both of y'all yelling, but one of them started yelling before the other one, period. Okay, so like I said, she was yelling and stuff. And like, I just feel like once she started, like, everything was quiet and the scenery was just like, it was like real mellow. Because this is like 10 minutes until we finna walk out the door. This is why it's so crazy. Like, that's what I'm saying, y'all. My nose running. But like I said, this is why it's so crazy. This is why I can't go for, I'm not going for this. Because, okay, everything quiet. Everything. Just imagine everything still like this. everything's still, and even the air is like lower than your energy. Okay. So, and then all you hear is da 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 da. Hold, and then this how I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. I wasn't prepared for that. First of all, let me just tell you, I don't know, y'all. This video is a little longer than I expected, but it's okay. Just stay tuned. You know, we in our moment right now. You know, so like I said, so this what I'm. Oh, my nose ring just fell out. Okay, my bad. Okay, so like I said, like we're in the moment or whatever. We're in the moment. So like I said, dang, I forgot what I was gonna say, but I was like provoked. Like I said, it's just crazy because we're in this time now where, you know, people ain't gonna say nothing, but people is really sneaky, y'all. I'm telling y'all, people is really sneaky now, and you know, you would sit there like I'm telling y'all. I don't know if this happening to you, cause how I'm feeling, you know, feeling a little anxiety, but you know, people, this what happened to you. You will be like, you would not even be around the person, but they would still think about you. You know what I mean? And you would not did them wrong. You would not have to did nothing to them. They just didn't like you. They just knew, cause with women nowadays, I want to say like nowadays, like probably 3-4 years ago, this started. But it's deeper. With like some people, it's deeper. So it didn't just started, but it's starting right now. Like where women will want to be or act like other women, and you know, women want to act like other women, and you need to be careful because these women can be obsessive, these women could be impulsive, and these women could be narcissists. You know what I mean? And you know, you just have to be careful with them because, you know, these the women who would be smiling in your face, but it get you fired behind your back, and they don't have to be the manager. These could be the women who you, like, when you came in, you was like, you was all cool with them, or you know what I mean, you would just speak hi, you know what I mean, not to be rude, you would just speak up, and then all of a sudden, like, you know, all of a sudden, things will just go left, you know what I mean, and then you will be the one that people want to act like, you know, people want to act like you will be the one that's the trouble, but you're not. You just realize that whoever picked you to be the trouble or whoever you're going against, they was mad because you didn't get offended. They was mad because you started before them. They was mad and hating because people liked it you, and all of a sudden they came here and thought that they was better, and so they felt like, you know, they thought that, you know, they thought like, oh, well, I could take her spot. That's the number one thing. Like, people would think that. Like, first of all, like, when I see it, I told y'all a long time ago, like in my other videos, like with me, I really be having to be solid with stuff because people will really be like that with me. Like they'll act like they don't like me. They'll act like they might don't like what I wear on Force wise. Another person with me, same group of people, you know, but another person will be like, oh, you're cute, you know, you get compliments from the customers, you know, you got this bubbly personality, you know, you got this positive attitude, and you be like, like all this extra stuff, and all of a sudden they either wanna act like you but can't be like you. Of course, it's nothing better than the original. Or they'll wanna make people go against you because you acting confident, or you acting positive, or like you act like yourself. And I feel like in this type of time, like, people can't be they self, and when they see you being your regular natural self, and then you're confident with it. And for me specifically, I'm a plus size woman, so like that'll really, stare the room. You know what I mean? So when you get in like compliments and people liking you, and it seems like a ray of sunshine on you and stuff like that, people would just really envy that, or hate on that, or don't like it. And it's up to you if you let them provoke you with that. It's up to you. But I just feel like, you shouldn't let them provoke you. But it is hard, because it's like you'll feel like after all this time, you'll just be like let's just use you'll just hopefully with jobs, it's hard because people is not as professional these days as they normally are. And this company that I'm working with, that I told y'all, it was professional. When I first got there, it was a different assistant manager. It was a guy, and he was cool, but you could tell the energy was more shooken up, because it was a guy and then all women, and some a little younger, some older, but it was cool. Then another assistant come in, and she's just and of course, when you that type of person that you don't care, is going to look to people that you are the one doing it. That's what I'm saying. You just got to be careful, because it'll look to people that you are the one that's putting yourself out there. How could you let somebody provoke you? Or how could you let somebody get you provoked? You know what I mean? It's not that. It's not that somebody will get you provoked. It's not that you let them. Of course you're not going to let them. You probably wouldn't give them the time of the day. They're coming to you doing this. And then at the end of the time, it's going to seem like you're the crazy one. It's going to look like you're the crazy one, or like you will start it, but once you're not around, they'll really know what you was talking about at the end. And it's crazy. So, y'all, that was just my video, my positive video. Well, it was like positive, or realizing the positive, But yeah, don't let people provoke you. You know what I mean? Just stay in your own element. People would act like that you are the problem. And you have to realize, to not get provoked, that you're not the problem. People would make you angry just to take you out your character, because they could tell nothing they was doing was bothering you, and nothing they could say will bother you. And it's not because you wasn't bothered. Bow. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's not because you wasn't bothered. It was because they was bothered that you wasn't bothered, or you looked like you wasn't bothered. But you probably was bothered, but you wouldn't let that get in between you and what you were doing. You know what I mean? And that's the difference. Some people is not professional like that, where they give you the same common courtesy back. So with that being said, y'all, just don't get provoked. Don't let people provoke you. Don't even let them get that close to you. And it's just crazy because, you know, it's just crazy because people would not understand the trueness to like, you know, people will not understand unless they there about the trueness of provoke. It's like the sarcastic one is better to use that one. Like, you know, girl, don't provoke me to get up on that. You know? But okay. And then it's the real provoke. Like, it's just irritating when you hear, she provoked you? That's how much she provoked you? Bro, what she do? You know what I mean? Like, it's just real ridiculous about provoking. And it just makes you real irritated. It just will make you real irritated because, you know, it's just real irritating when you know you don't do nothing to them, and it's real irritating when you know that they always will be that kind of person, and you know, you talk your piece and you said what you want to say, but you know, with certain people it might not get across like that, and it's just irritating because you'll have to like you'll really have to show out. And it's like, you know, you will sit there and you will just keep telling yourself like, you know, it wasn't my fault, and people will know it wasn't your fault. But it's just, you know, my mood was all hype, but it's just because when people like that bring like my next video, because I think I wrote this when the same day that this happens. It's called, my next video I was gonna do is called Do the Right Thing. You know what I mean? It's called Do the Right Thing because, like, you know what I mean? Like, let me just tell you, this what it will be. They'll provoke you. You'll either, you know, get provoked or not. You didn't get provoked, so you go back. This is me. You go back. You see if you fired or not. You see if they're going to write you up or not. You see. Bow. But now, while you there, you got to know that you could get fired. You could get into an argument. You could get into it with somebody else just because you got into it with that person. These people, you know, these other people who was there could be talking about you behind your back, plotting on you. And this is just the deeper part of it, and I know I'm not the only person. God bless me. I know I'm not the only person that been through this or go through this, you know. I know I'm not the only person who been through this or go through this, so it's not like it's all awkward or nothing. But I'm just saying, like, you know, now you gotta really, like, okay, you're not past step one. You know, you got to keep your job. You might just got to write up or whatever the case may be, you know. And now, you know, now you gotta just do the right thing. But, you know, it's just real rocky with that because, like I said, somebody else was over here. They thought they was gonna get fired. You end up getting in trouble over some stuff. Then them two was there, so now they're cool. You know, like, it's just doing too much. And then Now the actual manager I act like she don't know nothing, knowing she already could tell, because you're not a manager for no reason. You already knowing the situation. So it's not like this is not even nothing new. Like, you probably could sense it in the air. You probably already knew it. But y'all, what I'm gonna just say is, don't let people provoke you. You know what I mean? And don't feel like the only people you gotta beg or plead with is your higher power, which mine is God and Lord Jesus Christ, whose strength is me. You know what I mean? But you don't gotta beg nobody. You don't gotta plead nobody. If they don't want to help you, you don't stay. If they act really weird around you, you don't stay in there. You don't stay, because just as well as you will feel provoked, somebody else could. You don't know how they're feeling. So like I said, they could even feel like they want somebody else to get into it with you. You know what I mean? And it's not like you're gonna be watching them 24/7. People is not the same. You know what I mean? People is like, the same energy you give is not the same energy they'll give. And that's why you need to be careful, because I'm the type where, okay, I got through phase 1, I'm cool. I'm cool. I took a 2-day, I had 2 days of break. I'm cool, and then I go back in. But when I go back in, if it seemed like a weird energy, I'ma already feel it. It's just gonna be that. But like I said, the way it happened was the whole day. The whole day was positive, and then at the end, 10 minutes towards the end is when I got yelled at. Like, you're gonna have to come with something better than that. And like I said, like, I just feel like people will just be hating because I be confident. I feel like people will be hating because they feel like I'm supposed to, I don't know, like, I don't know. I wouldn't know. I'm not them. But I just feel like they think some way about it when it's not. It's not that way. Actually, it's the opposite. But yeah, like I said, it's just crazy, It's just real crazy. But what I was gonna say is, stay blessed, stay positive. Don't let these people provoke you. Don't let these people provoke you. Don't let these people get your spot or share your spot or feel like they could take you out of your spot. No. Your spot is secure. Your spot is yours. Don't let people feel like they're better than you just because they didn't get the same treatment. No, I'm just going through different things. That's one. Number two, I'm just on my own, doing what I do best. For three, this is not something new to me. This is not something new to me. It's a job. People come and go. So, like I said, don't let them provoke you. Keep your head up. Keep your head up, and when they think they doing something, just, if you can, blow it off. But when you can't blow it off no more, don't ignore the signs. Because like I said, people will sit there and just play with your feelings. Like, especially with a job, it's like you just don't got time for it. Like I said, you got your reputation on the line, you got your name on the line. No, you don't need to be provoked at work. Outside of work, you still don't need to be provoked, because but like I said, you just don't know. Like, that's why it's better to walk away before it even gets to that point. Like if you get provoked, that means probably like either you was watching them too much and stuff was irritating you already about them, or they kept picking with you or bothering you, and you know, you just wasn't having it. So, you know, just stay positive about whatever comes your way and whatever comes out of it, because people will hate on you so bad. So you just, even though you was there first, even though you probably had a better relationship, even though that person is probably not going to be there, whatever the case may be. So, that's the story time. Well, not the story time, the positive message. So don't let people provoke you, and hit that like and that subscribe button, and comment below. Put the fire emojis or the ice cold emojis, and or the queen emojis, because that means you didn't let nobody provoke you, or whatever you will say. But yeah, so just like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video. Keep coming back. Go watch my last videos. Like I was telling you, the last one is like, don't give in, and just don't give in and keep going. The other one is like, don't give your happiness, like be happy or something like that. Don't give away your happiness, So, have a nice day. Peace.